We've got our current room stored in state on main, but our list of rooms over here is still fake. So let's have a list of all our rooms in state as well. And again, I think it's going to have to be in main so that it can be accessed all those places. So let's add another property to main called rooms. This.state.rooms. I'm going to make it an object instead of making it an array this time. Just because I think it's going to be easier to find the room that we want this way. Because I'm going to index them by the room name. Here's what I mean. Inside my object, I'll have a key called S3 afternoon. And that will point to this object right here. So it's an object, and the keys, or the property names, are all the room names. I'll have another one called general. That will point to an object with a name of general. Description. Chat about whatever. I have another one called random. Name, random. Description. Cat gifs, etc. Get it? So now I can say this.state.rooms square bracket, or this.state.rooms.general, and get that room. See, if as long as I know the name of the room, I can get the whole room out of there. I can look it up by name, because instead of making it an array, I made it an object. So now I've got a list of rooms in state. So if I want to list those in the sidebar, I just pass this down to the sidebar, right? Here's sidebar. I'm passing user and sign out. Let's pass in rooms. What do I put inside my curly braces? Someone who hasn't answered a question yet? Yeah. This.state.rooms. Yes, indeed. Let's go into sidebar. Okay, that's probably going to belong in room list. Looks like sidebar is a stateless functional component. So what do I do? Yeah. Add rooms to my destructured props up here. Yep. Then here's room list. Rooms equals rooms. Ought to do it. So then in room list, also stateless functional component. I can destructure my props here, get rooms out of there. Ooh, what do we want to do now? So each of these should come out of there, right? So what do I do? Say it again. Map, right? So you can call map on what? On an array, right? But I don't have an array. I have an object, right? What's that? What'd you say? No. So map loops over an array, calls a callback on every single item in the array, and then collects the results. So in this case, if we want to spit out a new component once for everything in an array, that's exactly what we'll use it for. So inside React, you use map a lot to spit out a component once for everything in an array. So I have an object, but I want an array. What can I do? Remember object.keys? Do you remember that at all from the first week? Yeah. So if I say object.keys, rooms, that gives me an array containing just the names of the rooms, right? Because that's what the keys were in my object. That's this object right here. Here are the keys. S3 afternoon, general, random. So object.keys on this object will give me an array of S3 afternoon, general, and random. So call map. And each item in that array will be a room name. And then I can just do this, right? or something like that. Let's change these hrefs to / to get rid of those annoying warnings in our console. And instead of the word general here, of course, I want whatever room name it was, right? Look at that, S3 afternoon, general random. Now we've got that warning. You remember this? If I can actually switch to my console. Thank you. Each child in an array or iterator should have a unique key prop. That means this thing. All these LIs, I'm going to have to put key equals room name or something like that. Keep it from yelling. So you remember this now? Map, room name, then it'll spit this LI out once for every room name that happens to be inside that array. Beautiful. So list all currently hard-coded rooms in the sidebar.